competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. And here's the return. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. This game known for thrilling finishes over the years, and the Fighting Irish pulled out a close one last season.
The Irish last year making a big statement, beating USC. What if you did it twice, Paul? Like winning the jeweled shillelagh twice, swinging your big hammer, swinging your big sword, beating the mighty USC 2 years in a row.
It means a lot to Notre Dame because we know they've got to recruit nationally, right? It's not all just coming from the state of Indiana, and California is a state that they want to tap into. And if they can win this game 2 years in a row, wow, that helps out their recruiting big time.
Going over the top. Snatches it on the right. Right down the middle. To the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the USC Trojans offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes the maestro of this offense. He had a lot of company in the backfield in that loss last time out. Sacked 5 times and also threw a couple of picks. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to take it outside. It's Miller. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Williams hauls it in. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Williams will pass. Gets it to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Williams on the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down. Brings us to 4th. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. 4th down, Williams. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
That's caught. It's Porter. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Here's Iamaleava to throw. It's complete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But, Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Iamaleava on the play action. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off the play fake. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Makes the grab and room to run. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Williams. Under fire. On target. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Miller with the ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Going with the counter play here. Breaks into the open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Play action. Iamaleava fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So
and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Irish. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Here's Williams to throw. Makes the catch. It's Miller. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. They kick it away on fourth down. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Iamaleava puts it out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Quarterback making checks. Iamaleava from the gun on third down. Wide open downfield. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown Notre Dame! Once he got a snap, it was all over right to the house. That's his third touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year. With that latest touchdown pass, it might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, checking in from the USC sideline. I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their...
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down here for the offense. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Caught behind the line. It's Miller. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a third and long. Williams. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Going for it all. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give is to Miller. Got a little space. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. Williams. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Give him 6. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Throwing, Iamaleava. Going long. Snags it on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Pulls it in. It's Porter. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Iamaleava to the air again. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Firing to the right, complete. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
3rd down in the gun, Iamaleava. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Miller on the end zone, he's got it.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. just as he released the pass, it's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Miller. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be third down. Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
The Trojans head coach told me at the half he hopes that his young quarterback is not putting too much pressure on himself. As you know, he is in the Heisman conversation, and he had a big chance to impress Heisman voters here today. It just hasn't happened so far.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Here's Iamaleava to throw.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The offense cashing it in on that drive. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Running inside. It's Miller. Oh, he's got some space. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to ride this running back. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Miller with the ball. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Trojans are facing third and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Play fake, Williams. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the ground with the counter. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Williams from the gun on third down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! On the sideline, got it in the end zone. Ready to try the point after.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. He might want another play. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Iamaleava unloads to the wideout. What a grab with one hand. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Play fake, Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to. And when he sticks his foot in the ground, you could tell. When he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Man, that receiver's got some strong hands. You saw him. He was covered on the play, but he climbed the ladder, nice vertical, and plucked the ball. High pointing it at its highest point, bringing it down. Nice job on that touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for open space. It's Eaton. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. And they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Maybe a crease. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Spins away from the defense. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Eaton. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. And now on second down for this offense. Here's Williams to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Eaton. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. Williams looking for a man. Snagged out of the air. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Trojans trying to cash it in on first and goal. From the red zone, it's Eaton. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Back to pass. Touchdown USC! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field with the windows closed so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Barres. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The run inside. It's Mobley. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And right down the middle. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Foster. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Throwing, Iamaleava. Caught over the middle. It's Graham. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on first down. It's on target and complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it. It's Mobley. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Matthews. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Trojans will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Running inside, it's Williams. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
My goodness, dude, that is close to 500 yards. Most people can't do that on air. Most people can't do that in a video game.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Foster. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. He will not pick up the 1st down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. Iamaleava. That's caught. It's Perez. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He goes right back to the air. Got his man downfield. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. The snap sets up the throw. He wants it all. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly